Hey guys, it's Miss Harrell
And Miss Fulcher.
Today we're going to take a few minutes and talk to you about physical and chemical changes. The first one we want to talk about is physical change. Physical change is the change in appearance only. A new substance is not created and chemical bonds are not formed or broken. Now Miss Fulcher is going to show you some examples of physical changes.
Alright guys, so the first thing that I want to show you is I have this piece of paper. It's just a piece of notepad paper. And right now it's a piece of paper, but when I ball it up, what happened? Is it still a piece of paper? Yeah, it's still a piece of paper. I just changed its shape. I changed its appearance. It's still a piece of paper, but I crumbled it up. So now it's a crumbled up piece of paper. But I didn't change anything else about it. I could still use it as paper if I needed to. The next example that I have for you is I have this soda can, Dr. K. And the soda can is made out of aluminum. And right now it's empty. But if I take my hands and I crumble it up, is it still a can? Did I change anything about it? Yeah, I did. I changed its physical appearance. It's still a can. It's still aluminum. I didn't change anything other than the way that it looks and its shape. All right, now I have a potato. So I have just a potato like you cook with. And I'm going to take my knife and I'm going to slice the potato. And I slice the potato into smaller pieces. Is it still a potato? Yes, it's still a potato. I just changed its physical properties. I changed the way that it looks. I can still eat it. I can still cook with it just like a regular potato, but it's just in smaller pieces. The next one I want to show you is I have a bar of soap, like you wash with in the shower. So if I take this bar of soap and I take my knife and cut it, are these little pieces still soap? Did I do anything else to it? No, I didn't change anything but its appearance and what it looks like, its shape, and its size. I could still use these little pieces of soap like I could use this big bar of soap.
The next thing we're going to talk about is phase changes. And phase changes are physical changes. Now Ms. Fulcher will show you two examples of phase changes, which are physical changes.
Alright, so the first example that I have, I'm going to show you, I have just regular table salt, so I'm going to put some table salt in my hand. You can see it's just table salt. And then I have a cup of water. So I'm going to pour my table salt into my cup of water. And you can see that it mixed together, but this is just a phase change. It's still salt in here. I didn't change anything else about it other than changing it from solid to a liquid mixture. So this is a physical change that's a phase change. I have one more example that I'm going to show you. So we're going to go over to the stove and I'm going to show you another phase change. So here I have a hot pan. And I have cubes of ice. The ice at this moment is a solid. But when I put it into the hot pan, you can see that the solid, something's happening. It's changing to a liquid. You can see the liquid. So the ice in its solid form is H2O. When it melts to a liquid, it's still H2O. And now you can see something happening coming off of the pan because the water is getting hot and it's changing its phase again to a gas. However, it's still H2O and it's just changing its phases. So that's a physical change.
Thanks for learning about physical changes with us today. And just to recap, a physical change is the change in appearance only. A new substance is not created and chemical bonds are not formed or broken.